guys, Doc here to tell you about something that could really give you the edge in gaming. I'm talking about our show sponsor, Fade Grips. Thumbstick grips as well as controller grips that give comfort, precision, and control so you can take your gaming to the next level. Just go to fadegrips.store and check out all they have to offer. And with our promo code, CAG20, at checkout, you can get 20% off your entire order. That's fadegrips.store with offer code CAG20.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode 22 of Cross Atlantic Gaming. I'm your host Risky the Kid, and joining me this week is my co-host Doc H1X1.
Hey, what's up?
And in our third and fourth rotating chairs, I guess, community members Lydonian.
What's up?
And Maldo.
Hey.
Chocolate isn't here this week. His grandmother-in-law passed away over the weekend, so he's been dealing with all that stuff. But it's, for once, not his daughter keeping him away. He had some serious stuff going on. So, yeah, laugh it up.
I wanted bad not to laugh there to make Lydonian sound the worst, but I couldn't help but laugh.
Just the worst. But we do have, throughout the show, we have a few things from Chocolate. And this is the first one. He's doing an impromptu competition for our FIFA community. This is the FIFA naming competition. That's a great name for it. And this is what we have written. FIFA competition person with the best FIFA team name. It must be a footballing pun. For an example, top of the Klops. They'll win a $10 Xbox.
As you do.
Of course,
top
that's
of the
hilarious.
What is a clop?
Definite winner.
We're not sure yet.
That's the competition, top of the Klops.
But so whoever has the punniest name for their football club wins $10 Xbox credits. Doc and I are actually going to pick the winners. I don't know if that's the greatest idea since we don't understand football, soccer at all.
So make them Americanized people.
That's the one with the egg-shaped football.
Just play to your judges here. All you need to do is take a screenshot of your team name and really just get it to us any way you can. Email, direct messages through Discord. You can even post it in the Cross Atlantic Gaming Club on Xbox, which you should all join if you haven't yet. So yeah, there you go. The FIFA naming punny competition. Perfect.
Woo. I mean, good luck to everybody who, if you think you can beat the pun, top of the Klops, good luck.
Say top of the Klops is the gold standard at this point.
I'm saying that is the standard. Of
so
all
I would just
standards.
Make that your team name. Send it in. Easy $10.
Keep it clopping.
All right. Another week of gaming.
Hashtag clopping.
Hashtag clopping. What have you guys been playing? Maldo, it looks like you've been playing the most. So we're going to start with you. What have you been up to this week?
I started playing The Division again, which I hopped off a while ago because at the end of the game there's really nothing to do, and they've added a ton of content. I have the season pass. They added this thing called the Underground Survival. I'm walking through a friend of mine, and we're going through it together, and I'm trying to get done some of the shields. Are you guys going to get into the Division 2 at all?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Division
definitely.
2, definitely.
Do you guys know what the shields are?
Yeah, I think I have a few of them.
Yeah, sort of. Are they very difficult to get? Like, if I'm not played in a long time, could I get in and probably get them all?
No, not really. As long as your gear is pretty okay, and I still get confused about the gear. Like, I need to know long division and calculus in order to find out what my damage is and what, like, some gears are 1500, 12, and 790. It's not as simple as Destiny.
Yeah.
But it's just things like clear out 25, high-value targets in the Dark Zone. Complete this many missions on hard. And the more shields you accomplish, the more gear you'll get rewarded in the Division 2. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's why it's nice to get through some of that stuff together.
The last time I was in there and working on shields, it was my first time doing the underground stuff because I hadn't played since, I think, Survival came out, that DLC. I played a bunch of that, but that was about it. Then I went to underground.
I've jumped in a bit to get a few shields and stuff with Moose and Arrow Ben, and it's fun, but it's just like
I'm just ready for 2.
Yeah,
think.
I have way too much. Like all my gear is just the same gear I've had. I don't think I've found a better gun or anything like that lately. And
Yeah.
I really did like the survival though. That was super fun when I got my first win in that.
I still have yet to extract out of there. It's just for some reason either it's like the cold that I die, or some asshole runs up and I die. But it is really fun. I enjoy the process, but I still have yet to win one.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good game. I'm definitely pumped for it too. I'm glad it's not
Yeah.
coming out anytime soon.
Yeah,
my
within the
wallet
next
can't
3
handle
weeks.
anymore.
You say that though, but like it's also coming out on that day in like February where like 5 games is coming out on. So
The Armageddon of my wallet.
yeah, it's like that of the EA one that's a Destiny like what's it called?
Anthem.
Anthem.
Oh, God.
Crackdown
Wait, isn't that
3.
just the demo for Anthem in
No,
February?
I think that's the full game. I think
The actual Division 2, I think, is March 14th.
Oh,
So-
okay, never mind then. Okay, never
There's
mind.
I
some-
thought
It's a
that
little
was the
later.
Anthem demo coming out in February.
No, I'm pretty sure it comes out February
The
22nd.
full game does? Oh wow.
Yeah,
I think they were
it
doing
was
like
just
a,
4
I think,
games that day.
I think they were doing
Oh,
like
wow.
a VIP demo before that at some point. So
Oh, okay.
There's so many grindy games that are gonna require hours and hours of our time. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for Anthem.
no, you'll have plenty
Yeah,
of time
February
later, Maldo, because we
22nd.
found out that we'll talk about later. Red Dead is a really short game, so you'll be done with Red Dead 2 long before that. So
Oh yeah, easy.
it'll be
Awesome.
fine.
Can't
It'll be
wait.
fine. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
So I got the Destiny 2 Forsaken. I got that on PlayStation to play with some work colleagues. There is so much stuff going on in Forsaken. I don't know where to start. Are any of you guys still
I
playing
wish
that?
I could have started. I tried. I bought it. I played for like 2 hours.
I was gonna ask Risky if you bought it because I thought you had, and I had not heard you talk about it once, so that was gonna be my question.
Story of my life, dude.
It
why do you,
happens, man.
why
It
do you keep
happens.
doing that, Risky?
Because I get really excited about things,
Because he's not married yet.
and then I dive head first.
Yeah,
and
wait
then
till-
sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
Wait
Not
till you
married
get the
and no child,
conversation
yep.
where like you spent $100 on what? On a video game? You'll
Yep.
get there. The Meg will get you.
the Meg
Just swimming in the water waiting.
I mean,
just
you know,
circling around.
yeah.
See, I don't know if I'm gonna have time for Anthem. Especially Destiny 2. It's so. What they did now at Forsaken is what the Taken King did for the first one, and I really, really enjoy what they've done so far.
That's
Did you-
all I've heard is the
Yeah.
the OG like grind is back from like Destiny 1, where like people are spending hours and hours and hours before they find any exotics, where previously it's like everything you do you were getting some type of amazing weapon or armor piece.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get anything, and then to
That's the thing too. Didn't they bring back the fact that like you can get very specific guns with specific perks now? So it's like
Yeah, not
you,
every gun
want
is
to
the
grind
same.
out to get the god roll. On a
Hunting
perk
for rolls
thing.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
Which
Um,
I don't get why they took that out in the first place. That's
I don't
like,
either.
Well, they wanted to make it more approachable to casuals. Like I started Destiny 1 late. I started at the Taken King, and I had no idea how to do anything or figure out all of it.
So you ruined Destiny 2 is what you're saying.
I mean, I
Let's
learned.
play the blame game.
If we're gonna point fingers, I'm just saying they wanted to make it more approachable,
Here we
but
go.
No, I know.
they went
Yeah.
too far over. They went a little too crazy with that.
Yeah, I think that was the general consensus. About,
Are any of you guys
about
still
that.
playing Destiny, or did you all just move on?
Moved
No.
on.
Moved on.
Yeah.
Moved on.
I
Bring
would-
on
if-
Destiny
if,
3.
If there hadn't been so much stuff coming out, I probably would have got Forsaken. But there's just so much stuff.
I've just been burned too many times, honestly, by Destiny. I'm not gonna get fooled into thinking I'm gonna play that game again. Like every expansion that has come out so far for Destiny 2 has just been like a 2-hour campaign and then just like nothingness.
Do you guys think we'll have a Goldilocks and the Three Bears situation on Destiny 3, where the first one was too hot, second one too cold, and the third one's gonna be just right?
I
I'm
hope
mad
so.
that you made that reference. That's almost as bad
Hey,
as Klops.
did it work or did it work?
Clops. Hashtag clopping.
Clops. Oh, clop it all.
Well, they just pissed off a bunch of people with their announcement for Forsaken. Are we gonna talk about that later? Is that a thing?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about, so
I
go
don't-
ahead
I
and
don't-
tell us.
So previously, in order to play the Forsaken, you had to purchase the first 2 DLCs, Warmind and the other one. they're changing the rule like next week, where
Wait,
awesome.
you'll
what?
no longer have to purchase that. So all these people
Yes.
bought, especially
Oh no.
the people who got it on PS Plus on
Activision.
PlayStation, in order to play the Forsaken, they all had to buy the season pass, which was
that looks
conveniently on
super
sale the
nerdy.
following week. And then
Well,
they just
didn't-
announced
I don't-
this.
I mean, didn't PlayStation people get Destiny for free 1 month?
It's a PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah.
It's
But
not the
that's
point,
prob-
But
Lydonian.
still,
Just saying.
yeah. Quit being on the side.
We are
of
all
the
testy
man.
tonight.
Well, I'm just.
It's
I'm
been a long
just-
night.
It's midnight.
So I like two parts to that though. That's hilarious. The fact that A, they're doing that, and B, they're saying it now and saying it won't take effect for a full week. It's like, are you hoping you're going to catch some more people that don't read this story? Like, what are you doing?
For you guys.
100%.
Yeah, so it's just kind of shady Activision stuff, and I don't know how much say Bungie has in these things, but it's just not great business practices.
I like
I
to
think-
hope none, but
Yeah,
I'm sure that's not the
I think
case at this point.
Bungie just bends over at this point. Like,
like money.
If it's like any contract, they had to agree to what was signed off to begin with. I mean, I'm not giving Activision a complete out, but I think, we overlooked the fact that they had to agree to something at some point, though. So
yeah, but I mean, I don't think Bungie is as smart as Blizzard. Like, Blizzard pretty much
Probably,
can do what
yeah.
they want and don't have to listen to Activision at all.
that's probably true. Yeah.
But Bungie wasn't as big nor successful, so I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, yeah, you want us to do this for that amount of money? Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so I hope they figure this all out for Destiny 3. I
Agreed.
want your bear situation.
One can hope.
I want your Bear Fable story.
I mean,
Uh,
honestly, they need to figure it out because you do have Anthem coming out, and you're gonna have like the Division 2,
But-
like you're gonna
yeah.
have other games to actually compete with it.
Games that have potentially figured out your mistakes by this point, too. So
Correct. Yeah, so they're gonna need to bring it.
I don't know if Anthem's going to be the game just because of EA and EA's track record and how shitty they've been with their microtransactions.
Well, not only that, but I think people are not realizing how much different it's going to be from Destiny, because I didn't realize this till the other day, but apparently it will not have PvP, at least initially. So
That's
that
fine
to
by
me
me.
already sounds way different than Destiny, because so much around Destiny is built on the Crucible and stuff like that. So
Yeah, but I mean, there's also the complete if the raids and everything
True.
like that are epic,
Yeah.
then they'll get the hardcore people from Destiny.
And your hope would be that they're taking all the focus that would be on people worrying about PvP and putting all that over to the PvE stuff. So, maybe that'll be the case.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, I'm hopeful for Anthem, but I'm keeping my.
I'm
my,
holding out.
Yeah,
Yeah, same here. Same here. I'm hopeful. I mean, it looks like you're Iron Man, basically, and I'm totally okay with all that. So
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep my expectations managed so I don't get burned.
true,
I'm not going to
true.
pay $60 to fly around like Iron Man, and that's it.
I will.
What if you
Yes.
could get 15% off with EA Access, Maldo?
Still not in. I'm
Okay,
going to
fair
hold
enough.
off to see what people are saying. When people get to the end game and finally realize, I need
Then
to.
it's gonna be too late. You're gonna.
mean,
people are gonna be like, "Oh, you don't have a
Then you're-
Gallahorn? Get the
you're-
hell out of here!"
I was just about to say, Lydonian, you're going to miss out on the Gallahorn 2.0.
people are going to get there in like a week, and I'll find out.
Oh, they'll get there in a day on the campaign, I bet.
Yeah.
It'll be.
If it's anything like this weekend, Risky will have beaten it.
Piece cake.
Yeah. I really like Gambit, the new game mode that's in there.
That does seem cool, yeah.
That's
It's
the PvP, PvE
It's-
mode.
Yeah, you can invade their
So it's
side and everything.
PVE, and the whole thing is you have to collect enough merits or something, whatever the currency is, slam it into this bank-looking thing, and then you have to summon some sort of beast. But the whole time this is going on, people invade and can kill you and steal your merits and go back over. So you got this cool back and forth, and then the end boss person that you have to kill is really tough. And it's a great mix of PvE and PvP. And it's like a timed fight. You can't really see them, what's going on, but you see their meter going down and going down. And you're like, oh,
Okay,
crap.
cool.
I got to get this.
So it's basically a race at that point to beat the boss, I guess, right?
It's
As
a
far as-
race where I can, trip you.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that seems cool.
So it's a lot of fun. Played a little PUBG. It makes me sad just talking about it now at this point.
Might as well just uninstall it, huh?
You're acting like you're acting like you just came back from a funeral there, Maldo.
Oh, we did.
100% we did. Well, how was the funeral?
It was mediocre at best.
All right.
Oh, nice. Oof.
Yeah. Just typical PUBG. Forza 4, the longest intro ever. I think it was 6 hours before I beat mine. How long did it take you guys to get through it?
Probably about that long. It's too long. It is.
Yeah, I was probably playing it for like 2 days.
It was really funny last week when Chocolate was like, yeah, I think I beat it in like 30 minutes. I was like, nope, you didn't do the right thing.
Chocolate was not only getting
got
tripped
through
up on the
Autumn.
tutorial, but he literally got tripped up on the demo beginning race, thinking that was like, I don't know why you guys took 4 hours. I got it done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you guys are slow.
Took a
It's
wrong
cake.
turn on that intro, I guess.
But there were some really cool moments in it. I loved the Halo showcase
That was really
where
cool.
you're Master
That
Chief.
was fun. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was super cool.
They've got the Halo ring in the background. You're doing your whole thing. What was the inflatable? What was the hovercraft? The huge one?
Showcase, yeah.
Whoa,
yeah.
That one was awesome.
spoilers.
Come on.
Could you spoil
Wait,
a
now you're
racing
gonna tell me
game?
the hovercraft dies at the end. Thanks, guys.
Whatever. You race it.
Yeah,
You
just
win.
Whatever.
some of the showcase ones I was getting really mad at because I like had my difficulty on like whatever 40%. I think it was like just below like difficult or veteran or something. I don't even know what they are, but you had to do like a perfect race to beat those things, and it was getting really frustrating.
Well, it sneaks up on you because when you win a couple races, it's like, you're doing pretty good. Or mine goes, Robert, you're doing well. You should turn up the
Oh, see,
difficulty.
mine calls me Dark Lord, so
oh wow.
yeah, I know.
Yours would call you Dark Lord, you weirdo.
Heck yeah, it does. I'm like, address me as Sir Dark Lord, thank you.
My phone addresses me as Lord Commander.
I
Yeah.
hate all of you so
We're
much.
having a competition on who's the weirdest.
No, come on.
You're
It's Game
both
of Thrones.
winning. Congrats.
I mean, if I asked my Google what my name is, it would say Darth Vader, Darth Lido, or something like that. So
So we're all super popular here on this
Yeah.
You need to
podcast.
have
Yeah.
your phone.
I'm gonna
rolled
mute
when you go to
myself so
bed,
I
say
can
that
see
your
what my
watch has
phone is
ended.
gonna call me.
So yeah, it sneaks ups the difficulty, and then all of a sudden these races are like impossible, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell is
I
going on
agree.
here?
I don't think they want you to get first every time, which is like,
But
this
that's
is a
what I
video
want.
game. Come on.
Guys,
Yes.
my phone told me, I remember you telling me your name was Zach.
Wow.
Thanks, phone.
Boring.
Welcome to 2009 Risky.
It knows me so well. Continue your conversation
Would you
about
like me to
video
order
games.
Uber Eats?
Do you
Only
want
if
some
it's cod.
cod?
Ooh.
Oh. Change.
Too soon. We're still salty about that.
I will-
So, Forza, where we were, it's sneaky difficult.
it is.
Do you guys mess with any of the tuning or anything like that?
I just grabbed the top-rated tunes that have
yeah.
the highest handling.
Pretty much, yeah. I'll basically look at what other people have done, and if it's like, hey, this is really good for drifting, I'll put that on my sports rally car, and sure enough, makes it an awesome drift car then. So I just do that a lot of times. I just go by whatever people say, like, this is really good for this or whatever. So
I have no idea what I'm doing with cars. So I'm just like, that one looks cool. Those lines seem fast. Go. And some cars, I'm all over the road, and I have no idea what I'm doing. And I end up doing a race 4 or 5 times before I can get the one.
yeah, it's. I don't know. I mean, for me, I, in my opinion, the hardest races in that game are the street races, I think. But
Yep, I completely agree.
yeah, I feel like the street races, I have to put down 3 difficulty levels from what I'm winning other races on just to compete in those. So
Has anyone gotten that tiny little car? The one that looks like the
That has 3 wheels.
The
It
three-
looks like
yeah,
an
the-
airport luggage thing.
yeah. It looks
I
like
am
you can
not.
collapse it into a
Yeah.
suitcase.
Moose got it before me, and he did a drag race with it. And so I had
Oh
to
my
borrow
God,
his
of
car.
course he did.
It was amazing. it's so hard to control though. Like if you're going like 130 and you have to take a turn, you're gonna flip.
I'm surprised that thing actually goes that fast. Even
So-
Moose souped it up like crazy.
So in
I
about
made it S class.
3 weeks, when Chocolate finally gets out of the intro, we all
You're being
need
optimistic
to care
there,
of him.
Maldo.
3-4 weeks, when the season resets to the same season again, he'll be able to play with us.
Basically.
So I see so many people playing this game. I don't see anybody playing it with anybody else.
Oh really? I've played with. I think I've played with.
Well, we already established you don't want to see me.
Whoa,
Jeez,
buddy.
this is gonna be this is gonna
Whoa.
really be a long-standing thing.
Did you forget about our victory yesterday?
I know.
mean,
We're gonna get to that. There's a couple more games down.
oh my god. Yeah. But
Speaking
no,
of
I've
playing
played
with-
with Moose, Arrow Ben. I think I tried to play with Risky, but he was too busy cheating.
Whoa!
Um,
Shots fired.
Does it sound a little bit like Goliath cheating?
I
Would you say,
completely missed
Lana?
that.
I beat the entire game already. I don't know what you guys
Yeah.
are doing.
he's got like 400 spins to go.
How much? How much?
I can't say anything. I did that same exploit too. So
So how much did you actually get from that?
At the end of the night, I think I was close to $50 million and 890 something spins.
Oh my
What's your
gosh.
level like over
See,
200?
I did
right?
not.
I'm prestige 3, like 90 or something.
You're gonna be spinning for forever.
Yeah, I got
See,
so annoyed at spinning the night we finished that up that I stopped at like 400 and I haven't played the game again. So far that hasn't paid off for me really.
How long did that last? That actual exploit?
I didn't.
It's
Nah, I
like
didn't do
2
the
days,
Goliath exploit.
2
I
and
just
a
did the
half.
streaming one, where I just left my Xbox on the Mixer channel overnight.
Oh, I still
Oh.
have a browser open on my computer at work from the
It's just
past
like it's
like
never stopped.
week and a half. Literally hasn't stopped.
Risky. You know the whole point of that game is to actually
Play it, yeah.
the game.
Yeah, I know.
He turned it into a clicker.
I did turn it into a clicker. I kept watching the numbers go. It's amazing.
My man.
When I'm
for
actually
you.
racing, I do enjoy it though. I promise.
It is beautiful.
I like.
You can't tell
my-
me that I can make $4 million every 5 minutes, and like I'm gonna take advantage of that. It's the type of person I am.
That was me. I turned on the Xbox. Like I could just turn the TV off and it could just get me influence. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
that
so-
I think is silly. I was gonna say I thought that whole mixer thing was broken, and then I figured out how to really break the game and did that anyways.
Really break
Not
the game.
broken enough.
Clearly,
I mean, it's a good. I don't know why they gave viewers the
I don't understand
like
that either.
influence points. Like if you were streaming the game for them,
you're promoting it.
it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
get
yeah,
that.
then-
Yeah.
They
then
want to
that's
reach
cool.
more people. As many people as possible.
But how many of their
Yeah.
views on Forza right now are just people with a
Yeah,
tab
the
in
number
the
one
background?
streamer
Still-
on Mixer is
it
just
still
a
looks
guy
good for them.
24/7.
Farming 24/7. Yeah.
It still looks good for them.
Yeah, I guess.
Mixer.com/Ponomar.
Someone in a presentation can be like, "We have 80 bazillion people watching Forza."
Yeah.
Quantity, not quality.
There you go.
Yeah.
So what is your guys' favorite race type in Forza?
Cross country.
Yep.
Off-road
yeah.
sports rail.
That's the cross country ones, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the
Or no,
best.
see,
I
I'm
like
talking
taking
about the one
my
that's-
I'll go
Oh,
for it.
sorry. Go ahead.
I like taking my Porsche Carrera or Cayenne.
Cayenne,
What
I
it-
think, is the
yeah,
SUV
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I like taking that thing and just owning people. It's amazing. So fun.
Before I move to my next game, yes or no? Pumpkin or no pumpkin in your stuff?
What a loaded question.
Uh,
I like pumpkin pie, and that's
like
about
flavored coffee and stuff like that.
it. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
no.
not a white
no,
girl.
no.
I-
jeez.
I don't live in Vail, Colorado. I don't wear Ugg boots.
I
Oh my
love pumpkin coffee. Okay,
Oh, get out of here.
And we can move on. Perfect.
I
My-
do too.
but before the last thing, I wanted to pick a horror game, and I started Resident Evil 7 when it came out, and I got about 5 minutes into it and put it down. So I restarted it, and it's really good and pretty freaking scary. I tried not to pull Cabo.
You should stream that.
No, because I
Do
no,
it.
No.
Do it.
Nope. The first part is very traditional, once you get kind of past the main, a traditional Resident Evil game where you're in the house, you're moving different rooms, you unlock different doors, and you find something, then you have to go back. So a lot of backtracking, and then the traditional zombies come out, but they're like these weird goo people. I don't know, Doc. Do you know what those people are called?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but
I
it's
think
almost
goo
like,
people is pretty good.
that was their take on them. Yeah, it's like this. I don't. Yeah, I think it's the best way to describe it.
So, I'm at this level where there's a ship. Like, I escaped the house. I picked Zoe because she seemed nice, and I took her with me. And now I'm on this ship, and it's kind of gotten a little stale with the ship.
Wait,
Go
real
ahead.
quick. You did not pick your wife?
No, she's old news. She's
Okay,
old news.
cool. Well, all right.
Is she my
Litmus
wife
test
or the
passed. All
girlfriend?
right.
I haven't played,
okay.
so I don't know.
Not
Maldo,
judging.
all I want to say to you is I feel like you would have been perfect on a podcast from 2 years ago tonight with the
Yeah.
game selection that you've
Well-
chosen.
Shade thrown. Damn.
Look, so I'm just
Division,
clearing up,
Destiny, and Resident Evil.
clearing up some backlog, and The Forsaken just came out. So
That's true. That's
Fair,
true.
fair.
Enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
yeah, the Division maybe. And well, there's a point in the game where you got to pick between your girlfriend and the new girl. I just want to see what opportunities are out there.
Wait, the girlfriend and the new girl.
I like how you called her the new girl. Yeah.
Okay.
Zoe.
Side.
And yeah, I really like that game. If you guys want to see me scream, I will stream it one day.
But you
And
just
Black
got done
Ops.
saying you weren't going to.
Maybe I said one day. I
Oh,
didn't
one
commit.
day. Okay.
I didn't
Hey.
say after this.
On Halloween.
Yes.
Dude, yeah. Hey, if you want a really, really, really good scary game that'll really make you scream,
No.
do Amnesia.
No,
Maldo.
no, I'm good. I don't enjoy horror games.
Why are you? I'm so
Because
confused.
it's Halloween. It's
care.
October. There's one, and I heard it was good.
Do you eat terrible food on Thanksgiving because it's
I'll try
Thanksgiving?
most things once.
All right,
And-
great.
And then
Oh
we
my
all
God,
played
listen.
Call of Duty. And I got 2 wins so far, which is exciting because I don't usually win these types of games.
Woo!
I'm
Is your
very
win with
mediocre
me?
at shooters.
Wait, stop.
Was it with
stop?
me?
No, stop it. Stop it. We're gonna talk about Blackout as a group in a second.
Okay. All right. Fine.
The only other person I see in here that needs to talk about something quick is Lydonian because you have Fortnite written down. Tell us about your week in Fortnite.
Yeah. So they. I don't know. Did I talk? I don't think the new season was out last time I was on. So they have like pets in it. They can get as backpacks that are pretty adorable, but they kind of get in your way, which is kind of weird. New skins, new season. I don't know if you guys jumped in last season, but there was like that cube thing.
The thing hovering above the
Yeah,
lake
so
or
now
whatever?
it's got like a floating island, which is really crazy if the end game circle lands on that, because like
How do you
You
get
can-
up there? Or you just build up to it?
it
Oh, I
just
guess you
has like
can
a
go-
gravity field around it. Like it lifts you
what?
up.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
so if you're near it, it just like your parachute equips and you go up to the top of it. So like if endgame is on the island, it's crazy.
Can you get below
Um,
it?
Yeah, you can dive below it. Yeah. That's why it's nuts, because like if the circle like is totally on that, people could be below and people could be above, and you can't really get to each other. So pretty much.
Well, all right.
Yeah, but so I didn't really play
Fortnite. Woo.
it that much. I jumped in to finish some weeklies and stuff before the game we actually want to talk about comes out.
Yeah, I
came
bought
out.
the battle pass for this season. I was like, yeah, I'm going to try and get into it. And I totally did not realize that Call of Duty was coming out with their own one. And I was never going to
Same.
play this again.
Saying you pulled a risky.
Yeah, sad. I don't think I'm gonna complete the battle pass this season because of blackout.
At least I learned my lesson after only completing week 1 of last Battle Pass that this one wasn't going to be a good idea for me.
Yeah,
$10
considering what's
saved.
out, yeah.
$10
Yeah, true.
saved, $30 wasted on the Destiny 2 one.
Wasn't that 40 or 50?
Yeah,
I think it was
might
actually
have been
50 or 60, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was
think it was-
60. Yeah, so
Well, perfect. Well, you know what I did spend my money on, and I'm not regretting it? Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
I bought it twice.
What?
You look at this guy. I remember. Did you end up getting like the Ultimate Edition on PlayStation or something? I feel like
Yeah, I got the $100 one.
on PlayStation.
Yeah, because I don't think that we're all going to stay with this a whole year on Xbox.
Apparently, you haven't played Blackout then, bro.
Wow.
I mean, I have, but I don't think the season pass is just the multiplayer, or is there going to be other
I
Blackout
hope
maps
nothing's
they've
associated
said-
to
tied
it?
to
yeah.
Blackout.
I was about to say, I don't think they've really said one way or the other. So.
Activision, stop making me spend my money.
As long as it doesn't have anything to do with Blackout, they can release whatever they want.
Agreed.
I'll say this: with as popular as Blackout is right now,
There's
I
no
would be
way.
Shocked if I would be shocked if they don't. Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Next
I'm gonna have a
map.
little bit of faith.
The next Blackout map is going to be $14.99.
Or if you already own a season pass, included.
It's a good way to split
Probably.
your player base right up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their player base is so huge
That it
doesn't
doesn't
really matter.
True.
Yeah, true.
You get into a game in half a second. Before you even click it, it's already like loaded.
Were you guys having issues the first couple days playing squads with like all sorts of
Getting into
lagginess?
parties, yeah.
Yes, I was about to say lagginess in four-man squad specifically. I was having problems with. Yeah,
It was horrible. I don't. It was like duos. I don't know if that extra 12 people had anything to do with it, because the player count's 100 for quads and it's 88 for solos and duos.
okay.
I don't know if
didn't
that
realize
was the
'cause-
difference.
Because solo, I did not feel like I was having the problems.
No,
yeah, it
solo
was the
and
quads.
duos were fine, literally
Yeah,
from launch until now. So
Yeah.
um,
I was definitely having some issues, especially like when I would land in a cluster like of an area. Oh shoot, sorry. Damn it.
I feel like you thought so hard about that word before you said it, and then still said it anyway.
Pull the combo.
Look, I just got to get it out and start fresh.
Yeah, so when I landed in high traffic areas,
There you go.
I really lagged out and like would just get killed immediately pretty much.
Yeah, I definitely lost a lot of gunfights playing quads where it's like I was aiming one way and then half a second later I was just like turned 90 degrees, not looking anywhere.
Yeah,
So dumb.
I had some rubber banding for sure. So
Other than that though, I got in. I didn't think I was going to play any Thursday night, but I booted it up at like midnight and thought I'd play a game or two, and it really only took me maybe like 10-15 minutes like right at launch to get into a game. It really wasn't that bad at all. And the first game I played was a duo, and everything was running fine. It's great.
Yeah, I played for a good like 3 hours that night, and it was running perfect that night, and the lag didn't even start until Friday night.
props to them. I mean, because like you said, aside from the the squad stuff, like they had their servers straightened out pretty well from the get-go.
All right. Well, we talked about the beta. That was the last thing we really talked about as far as Blackout went. Do you guys have any moments that stick out or anything like that you'd want to get to?
Well, back to the technical side, I just wanted to Google it real quickly. Doc, this is probably more for you. Do you know if they updated anything with the netcode? Because for the beta, it was actually really low. So the netcode, which Doc, you can probably explain it better than me. Its response, how many times it checks what we're doing versus the input that it's showing to people. And it was as low as like 10 hertz per something. So 10 times a minute or something, it would check what we're doing. Where most games are in the 60s, 60 hertz, something like that.
He's Googling it now before he gets you a
No,
response.
actually, that wasn't me. That wasn't me on the keyboard. I don't know in regards to that. I know netcode in regard to fighting games. You want it to be as low as possible because
You
obviously
would know if
want
Doc's typing.
That's true.
Got a monster keyboard.
Actually, no, I swapped them out. This is how this one sounds now.
Yep, just as loud as the last one.
Okay, well, never mind.
Hey, is the
The other
microphone?
one's way louder in my opinion.
Is it in front of your microphone? Because it sounds like that.
No, it's not too far. I don't know in regards to that or like with dedicated servers how much like what the actual range they want and stuff like that is. I don't know actually, but I mean I would assume with anything I would assume they want the latency as low as possible in terms of like the time it takes for stuff to get to and from servers back to the players, all that stuff.
I would agree.
I mean, that's about at the surface level as far as I know. So.
Yeah, so back to who has fun moments from Blackout. You guys get any wins this weekend?
Woo! I have 4.
4. Woo!
0, but I've not played all that much either. But
What have you been
2.
playing? Have you been playing chores again?
nothing.
Or 3.
Errands
actually, Mario Party. Sorry, I've been
Oh,
playing a
that's
ton of Mario
right.
Party. I'm just kidding. Are
Really?
you joking? No.
No. Okay.
I got
Wow.
excited.
Sad face.
I know. I was like, oh man, we get to talk about Mario Party
Game,
again. I'm
game
pumped.
of the year.
I haven't got to play hardly anything, honestly. I got to play that a little bit on Saturday morning.
Did you
with
buy it?
Moose. Lydonian actually bought it, and then I'm getting to play it via that.
Wait, what?
So,
What did I buy?
Black Ops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shh. Shh.
I mean,
Keep that in the down low.
I bought it. What?
Yes, there
Just
you
talking.
go. Yep.
Sneaky.
So I haven't got to play a lot yet, but what I have played, I can easily say that is the best playing Battle Royale game, hands down, not even close. So
Yeah, I don't know if I'd ever be able to go back to PUBG.
I don't think I will ever be able to go back. I literally thought about uninstalling it the other day.
I wonder if
after just a few
Bluehole
games.
is just shitting themselves this whole weekend, like
100%.
seeing
'cause,
this
I mean,
game explode.
every streamer like that plays both Fortnite and PUBG has like shifted over to this like Shroud, Summit 1G, Tim the Tatman, Ninja, like
Dr.
everybody.
Disrespect.
Yeah, everybody's
I-
playing this game.
I love nothing more than watching Dr. Disrespect play this game. It's just such good just stuff to watch.
I'm
Yeah,
in peak
it's-
physical condition, and I'm out of shape.
Yeah, this game's totally gonna destroy. Like I was not a big fan of PUBG, but I definitely think I'm gonna play this way more than Fortnite. I think Fortnite, I enjoyed, but the handicap was always building for me. Even though I'm a decent builder, end game, if I was playing against someone who could build, I would just die. Whereas this, like, way more of a chance of winning.
Well, I think
Early
there's
on,
gonna
I'm
be,
starting to feel like it definitely matters what armor you have on, is what I'm starting to see early on.
Yeah,
at least.
level 3 armor is kind of OP still.
crazy.
It's-
You're like a sponge.
See, I don't think it's as bad as it was in the beta, at least.
Oh, no,
Like,
it's
if
not
you're
as bad as the
actually
beta,
locked
no.
into somebody now, I feel like you can take them down. It's definitely, I mean, to your advantage to have level 3 armor for sure, but I feel like it's toned down, and I'm not finding it a ton, which they had talked about.
Actually, I got a question for you guys because I didn't figure this out in the 3 or 4 games I played. But if I have armor and I get shot, as long as it still shows the armor in my little armor slot down there, does that is there like partial damage like PUBG on armor,
There's
or
a
is it
health
like you have it
bar
or you don't?
for your armor.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah, there's
above
like
your
a
health
armor.
bar, there's a line.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I did not realize that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, Risky, tell us, how many wins do you have?
16 as of today.
Are you serious?
Just get back to me when you have 30. Am I right?
Are you lying?
No,
Dan Pod,
got-
Dan Pod and him just their
Oh.
backs
Well,
hurt.
first of all, Dan Pod is way better than all of us.
no, dude, I swear to God, he'll probably listen to this. But no, I think I have a higher kill count than him. I'm almost positive. But we only have 6 duo wins, and that's all 6 of those, I think, were me and Dan. But then our quad games, we also played together. I don't know, we work really well, like, with
Is that-
communication and stuff.
Is that why you won't play with us? You're like, I got my squad. Don't need anybody else.
Yeah, my win percentage is up at like 14 or 15% right now, and I don't need that to go down.
Oh,
It's all
shit.
right. Me and Maldo don't need you.
So
Yeah,
really
we're holding
mean
our own.
here.
We did excellent as soon as Chocolate signed off.
The one
To your
game
credit,
Chocolate wasn't
I
with
can-
us. Bam.
I love you, Chocolate, but I could believe them when they say that.
I mean, I love hanging out with Chocolate and talking to him in the party. He's great. He brings a sense of delight that no one else can really match. But when
He's
it
my
comes to boots on ground, shooting people in the face, he's not your man.
He's my second favorite bullet sponge behind Moose.
oh man, so many shots fired.
Goodness gracious.
But yeah, I don't know. I looked at my times today. I have 30 hours in the game total.
Jesus.
20,
Wow.
24 and a half of that are
Are you not
blackout.
sleeping?
I mean, it's 3 days. The Meg had her.
Got the aim for
It's
exactly.
over a day of it.
It's 1 out of 3. That's not
One
that
out of
much.
3. I've done nothing but been in a game. What?
Hey, after this, can we do a round of Blackout, the 4 of us?
No, absolutely not.
I'm playing right now. You should watch my stream.
Um,
I mean, what?
So Maldo and I possibly had the funniest win ever, like that I've seen so far. Like
Pure
it was-
skill.
Yeah, pure skill.
I've got
Um,
one to match, but you can go
the-
first.
So it's just us and like we were kind of by like a river, like you know where the island kind of thing is.
Yeah.
By the dam. We're right over there. Half the circle's in the water, half of it's on like a cliff face, and we had just killed a guy near the water. And Maldo's like, I can't see you, and I'm like, what? And like I'm like just looking around for a guy, and then all of a sudden we win the game. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, did you kill someone? He's like, no. And then we like look around, and the guy had tried to get us from the top of the cliff.
Fell and
But he
died.
had fallen down and died.
Oh my god.
All right,
Like,
so
let's just-
It was amazing.
I guess my story is kind of the same then, because and it wasn't even my story. My buddy Payne, he was playing a solo, and he was in top 3, and number 2 and number 3 traded, killed each other.
Oh no.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
He said he didn't fire his gun once, and then he won. It's
Oh,
like,
wow.
What?
So I love that little 9mm SMG thing.
Oh,
that thing
the SOG 9mm.
destroys.
Whew.
It
Dude,
just rips through people.
apart. Yeah.
I couldn't tell if the guy went down and crawled because he died so quickly.
That thing, the rate of fire on that is so high.
It's crazy. You get a grip and you get a buttstock, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I just
That thing's
started
awesome.
carrying that around like today and a little bit of yesterday because I saw somebody talking about
That-
how awesome it was.
That's
and I was
still
like,
about
"What?"
9 hours for you.
All right, calm down. I love this game.
I'm
It's
still-
so good.
I am still figuring out like what guns are good and stuff. Like, is there a pretty clear cut on like a hierarchy of like, hey,
Maddox.
you
Maddox.
Maddox? Okay.
And the ABR
Maddox.
I like a lot for a burst
Yeah.
gun.
ABR, and then the auger is also
So
awesome.
There is a bit of a learning curve because it's not like the typical, this is, level 1 gun or a blue gun
Right.
or a green gun. So you kind of have to know what guns are better in what order.
Yeah, I'm finding I don't like the traditional snipers like the paladin and then the outlaw, because they're like you get one shot at that person, and if they're standing still, awesome. But usually people aren't standing still. So
And with the Paladin, it's a 50 cal sniper rifle, and I'll still hit somebody in like the torso, and they don't go down in one shot. So at that point,
It's
I'm
like,
like,
oh, that was a tickle.
what's the point of this?
yeah,
they have any type
no.
of body armor,
and then
it's
they
like,
can
doesn't
just
matter.
heal up in a second. Yeah,
I'm
I
with
do
you
like
there.
the auger.
Is there ballistics on the sniper rifles? Did we ever figure that out? If there's bullet drop?
You do have to lead people,
Yeah.
and there's
yeah,
Okay.
there's bullet
there's
drop.
bullet
So
drop
I-
too. Yep.
At
Okay.
distance,
gotcha.
there's bullet drop. When you're in a normal firefight situation, it's like normal Call of Duty multiplayer.
Okay.
And I think
gotcha.
that's like I've never been like super like I played a ton of PUBG, but I think I already have more wins in this because for whatever reason, like Call of Duty is just way more familiar. Like I feel comfortable and confident in these gunfights compared to PUBG,
Yeah.
where it was kind of like, well, I'm probably gonna die, and that was always my first thought. But like these ones, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, I know what I need to do, get it done. So
I agree. I like when when I was playing with Maldo, and then when I jumped right in with Moose, like if you're playing with people who like know how to communicate well, you feel like you're like gonna win every fight. It's awesome. Like it was like me, Moose, Arrow, Ben, and Raz. Our first game we ever played together, all 4 of us, we won. Like it was awesome. And all of us were still alive except for Ben at the end.
yeah, that's,
Well,
that's great.
How long have we been playing Call of Duty? I mean, we all know how their
Oh,
shooting
gosh.
feels.
That's
I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't played it in like a decade, actually.
Do you guys
Oh, wow.
remember the beginning of PUBG on console that no one could hit anything because there was no aim assist?
yeah.
You know what I remember from the beginning of PUBG on console was that cars were OP and the ending circles were nothing but cars doing circles.
Mad Max.
Yeah, because like you couldn't destroy them and you were screwed because you couldn't shoot somebody at them because the aiming was so horrible.
Speaking of the ending circle, this is probably my last story. You know where the 6-pack is? The 6 like houses
Yeah.
together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're down in the final circle, 2 teams left. It's me and one guy. We're playing quads. He's on the roof. I'm on the bottom floor. Circle collapses all the way. And it's just like a healing war. Who can heal the fastest? Didn't matter. It came up, we both died, and it said, number 2, draw. It gave us a draw.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Wow. I
So
didn't know
it-
you could do that.
Neither did I.
Interesting.
So you have to get the kill. You can't just like wait for the heal off, right?
So
No
I'm wondering if they
apparently-
made the damage so high in that last circle that
It's
it doesn't
ridiculously
even-
high.
Yeah, it just insta kills you. Maybe
I
Yeah.
had enough meds where I could have kept healing, but like my meds couldn't keep up with how fast it was killing me.
Do you think if you had a trauma kit to start off with, you would have just had more health than him? And
I still think, like you guys said, that it's just if you don't kill each other, it's just a draw. The only thing I was wondering is how it said number 2 draw for me. I wonder if it said number 1 draw for them, but I don't
Okay.
think
I
so.
would assume it was a tie
maybe.
for 2.
No, it's
Yeah,
probably
I would.
tied.
But that was just weird because I don't. It's a battle royale. Literally, the whole game is centered around having one person win. So it's kind of weird
Yeah,
that
Yeah, I kind of
it
like
actually
that.
popped
It's
up and
kind of
said
cool.
draw.
yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
I'll say my favorite like weapon or like secondary thing is the grappling hook.
It's a
Man,
lot of fun.
Dude,
I've seen some cool stuff with that. Yeah,
I destroyed people the other day. Like I just grappled hooked behind like an entire team and just took them all out, and like that's how we won the game. It was
I
awesome.
still wonder if you could grapple hook a helicopter. That would be so great.
Ooh, I don't know. Probably.
Some-
I wouldn't, but you
Why
wouldn't be able to
not?
hold on to
Yeah.
it.
I guess you're right. Yeah.
But could you
And
like
you'd
crawl
fall
up into a
damage.
seat?
See, that's what I'm wondering. Could you get up in there and,
In
just,
someone
like,
else's helicopter?
hose 'em? Yeah,
I don't know. But it is nice how if your helicopter starts getting shot down, you can just jump out and you'll wingsuit out of there.
Yeah.
Lydonian, the game that we won, was that the match when I accidentally kept getting out of the
Yes.
pilot seat?
Oh my god. I recorded that for everyone. I'll post it to the the Xbox page.
I
It
forget
was
what
so
button
funny.
it is. I was attempting to land and I went to jump out, but I
So you're
just
just
kept
like
switching.
later.
I kept switching the seats, and then we would start spinning out of control, and then I would regain control, then I'd hit the button
Everybody,
again.
calm down. I got this.
Yeah. I just jumped as soon as he's like, I changed sheets and we started going down. I'm like, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
See you guys later. Good luck.
and I crashed it and started crawling, and he got me.
It's amazing.
But we
I've
won
kinda
it.
come around to the vehicle driving, but I did not like it at first. The Warthog Halo style.
As soon as someone told me it was a Warthog, I instantly liked it. Like,
knew what to do, or yeah.
Yeah.
I do think it's really cool how the flatbed trucks people can just kind of
Hop in and out.
crouch in the back.
Yep.
And that is so cool how they made that an
It's
option.
the same
That
thing with the
looks really-
boats.
yeah,
You just kinda
that is
walk
so
around on 'em.
cool.
I
Yeah, I love
have yet
that.
to drive a dinghy. Isn't that the only boat there is? It's just the little
I
dinghy.
think it's just the rubber.
Yeah, the
just
rubber raft thing.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
called a Klops.
The
I didn't have a.
Official.
Hashtag
Do you
clopping.
have those in the
No,
Ohio
you have
National
to, you have to
Guard?
pay good money for that, Maldo. That's a different thing.
God, gross.
I played a good deal of the multiplayer too. Have any of you guys jumped into that, or is it all blackout free?
I actually haven't. I forgot that was a thing.
I played
Nope.
It was 4 or 5 hours of that. It was when we had more than like 4 people. When we had 6 one night, we played a good chunk of the Chaos TDM. So it was a mix of Kill Confirm and Team Deathmatch.
What do you think of Control? Have you played that?
Didn't play it. Is it like Destiny Control? Three
Kind
three
of.
flags.
I mean, that's basically King of the
So-
Hill, right? I mean,
Well,
sort of.
So there's 2 points, an Alpha and a Bravo, and you're either defending them or trying to take them. You can either win by killing everybody, and you have a certain amount of lives, a certain amount of respawns, or you can win by holding the point or taking the points. And it's a weird mix. I'm not 100% sold on it, but it was different. I mean, it was fun.
That's completely new, right?
Yeah,
yes.
that sounds totally.
That
new.
sounded battlefieldy, like rush mode, kind of.
almost
it
or like
feel-
front lines. Yeah,
It feels like an Overwatch or light.
Okay.
The
where you can have like a back and forth go between kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's contested and not contested. I like that they turned up the time to kill, and you have that healing option. You know, that was never in a Call of Duty before.
Feels like it makes it more competitive and less like I saw you first. Like you can actually have real gunfights
Totally.
now.
Yeah, that
Or you
pissed
can
me
cut
off
around
so
a corner
much.
and still have a chance. Yeah.
I feel like I would spawn die all the time.
Well, there's
But
still hardcore team deathmatch for people that want that experience.
Yeah. So you get a mix of the both. But I really like the added time to kill, and the game mode was okay. The operators, they don't seem too different. I mean, there's a couple extra things that they do here and there, but it really doesn't change the gameplay that much.
I agree. So, like, when some people are kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a hero shooter, it's like, well, their powers aren't really anything, like, they're not going to turn the tides of a game.
Yeah.
Where,
As
like,
much
you're
as I
dependent
wanted to-
in Overwatch for, like, certain people
Exactly.
having to use their certain powers at certain times or whatever.
Yeah.
Great game.
I feel wrong whenever I have to shoot the
Yeah, I
dog.
like Overwatch.
Doesn't that feel awful?
I don't like
and then
it.
the noise it makes when you kill
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
That's
God,
horrible.
I
Add
will
that.
not be playing that mode
Unnecessary.
in general, but that's
One of
the
the
reason not
heroes-
to play it.
One of the heroes has an attack dog, and it's just one guy. It's just Fido. That's it.
The thing's vicious though. If he's on your side, does some work.
Yeah, the only reason I would ever step into any of the multiplayer would just be to improve my like gunplay at like close range, because I feel like that's like that'd improve the blackout gunplay a lot.
Yeah.
But
And that's what's so awesome about this is like my like Call of Duty friends, like I call them, the ones that only buy Call of Duty games, like this is their first battle royale game, and they're all like decent
wow.
at it because they know how to play Call of Duty. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty much like do what you already know how to do, and this is called riding the blue. You're good.
Yep. And then they're like, "What?
It's-
We've been walking around for 15 minutes. Well, I want to kill somebody." No, just hold on.
yeah, just play the circle.
Instead of one really big map, it feels to me like 15 small maps combined.
They did a good job of that, of like basically making 15 areas where everybody will always gravitate towards.
I feel like the circle always ends up in like the same 3 or 4 spots though. Like I have not yet had a circle end up at the estates or the hydro
Or like
dam.
Asylum
I
or
mean,
something like that.
Those things
Yeah,
will adjust.
I just had one on Hydro Dam today, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
I feel like I've ended up near the turbines.
Turbines
like,
a lot out in the
probably
desert.
like
Is
yeah.
that like near Simba Rock?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And you
By the
play
way,
the
does-
rocks, and that's like awesome if you have that advantage. But like,
If you don't,
yeah, it sucks.
it's also funny that
Like
you called it Simba Rock because I came up to that in one of our finals like, damn, Pride Rock isn't in the circle.
Totally. Like, does this get like? That's the other thing I've liked about this so far is that just from watching like Twitch and stuff is that they already have some of the best fan made names in this map already, like Six Pack, Simba Rock, like just like they have some great like call out names.
Agreed.
And you did any of you guys jump into zombies?
No.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
Again,
me
I
and
forgot
Maldo
that was a
just
move.
did that.
Yeah.
I've never played a zombies, so I was just like, wait, what are we doing, Maldo? Like,
I was
How do-
shocked.
how do we do this?
I said, I have a really limited scope of Call of Duty games, and I at least know what to do in a zombie mode.
Dude, I'm telling you, the only Call of Duty I've ever played is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
That's a good ass Call of Duty game though.
That was
Yeah.
a good one, yeah.
He goes,
that was the
"What
only
do
one
you
I've ever
do?"
played.
You kill the zombie. What do
just-
you think you do when there's zombies?
No, but
You
I didn't understand
survive.
what you had to do with
like,
like the gun
How do you
system.
win?
Yeah.
You don't.
What's the point of this?
You
yeah.
survive.
You get the gun out of the wall.
No, but I thought it might be like a Left 4 Dead type thing, like
Oh,
where you
what is
like,
actually
just have to make
checkpoints
it
and
through a
stuff?
level.
Yeah.
And then
You're
and then
progressing, yeah. You sort of do, but not in the same way.
So they broke it up into different modes. So you have your classic zombie mode, and then they have some new mode called Rush, where it's
I did not like the rush mode.
The
It's-
rush mode looked weird. I saw some footage of it.
yeah. So you get all these points, and then all of a sudden there's an announcer, and it's like Rush mode, and more zombies come out. I don't really understand what it is, other than the zombies move a little bit faster.
Other
And there's an
than you
announcer.
were stealing all of my points.
No, you have to get the points.
Thief.
Thief.
And now it comes out.
Did you play on the Titanic map or whatever?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
awesome. Actually, that was
That
the,
actually did look cool.
That
Yeah,
looks
was
pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
yeah. I did some Titanic quotes on that. Maldo.
I'll never let go.
Yeah, exactly. I'll never let go. Jack.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Oh man,
Yep.
I want that on the YouTube channel now.
He let go.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That door just
Yep.
wasn't big enough for two people.
Yep.
Did any of you guys hop into the operator HQ and do any of those?
I saw one video and was really disgusted, and I was like, "Oh, I'm good."
Yeah, so this whole time there's like all these warnings like graphic content. Do you want to enable graphic content? And I was like, what's the point of this? And then I watched the opening cutscene of the headquarters, the operator headquarters. This lady gets like half her face blown off, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's
Wait. What is this you're talking about? I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
so it's
Operator
not
HQ.
like, I don't want to say it's a replacement for a campaign because it's not even close to what it is, but there is a lot of cutscenes. I just watched all the cutscenes on a YouTube video. It's like a half hour probably.
Nice.
Doing it right.
So
Yes, you do.
Oh my god.
it starts off and you have a cutscene that kind of explains why the operators were brought together. And then you're going to go through like a little like a backstory for each operator that you use in multiplayer. And you're going to have segments where you're learning all of their powers. It's really just kind of like a super...
It reminded
Okay.
me of a Rainbow Six Siege kind of thing.
I was just about
like,
to ask. Yeah.
The
where you could
situations.
try and learn the operator, and you like use him for like 2 missions.
It's like fine
Yeah.
polished operator tutorial mode with like some cutscenes, and they're trying to weave
Yeah,
some
it was
story together.
really gruesome though. That
first
scene.
scene.
It was
Yeah.
It was really dark. It's that lady and this kid. And
Yeah,
the
they're
little
like-
Your
kid's
mom's dead.
Your mom's
She was
dead.
too
I
nice
miss my
of a
mom.
lady, and that's why she's dead.
She had too big of a
Yeah.
heart.
and then they see the mom shot in the
Jeez.
face.
Yep.
In a
Yeah.
different scene.
And then
It's
it's people are getting their like arms chopped off, and
Yeah.
it's some
And then
good
the
stuff.
sister like has a
What?
a Dr. Evil style like layer.
Yep.
Are we still talking about Black
Yes,
Ops 4,
dude.
guys? Or
Yeah,
did we
yeah,
move on to
it's-
something else
it's
here?
Weird.
Yeah.
What makes me so mad is that I love the idea of like these operators' backstory and stuff, and I want it to be like a fully fleshed out like 6-hour thing, like learning about all your operators and then playing some multiplayer. These little tiny story things are just like a tease, it feels like.
So is there any sort of continuous lore throughout
Y-
the series, or are they all separate things?
It all comes back to Mason
mean-
and Mason getting tortured and the numbers.
Yeah.
And
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
dude, I couldn't explain the Black Ops storyline to you.
Yeah.
Well, see, they make a point, too, when you hover over characters to be like, this guy was in these 2 Black Ops games. This guy was in the 3rd
Yep.
one. Like, they even make a point to kind of highlight that, too, so. But, I don't know.
So yeah, that's really the last mode. I don't really call it a mode. It's a tutorial. But
Yeah, I saw
tutorials
the
and
first
pretty
video,
cutscenes.
and I was like, I don't need
Yeah.
to be here.
What?
I'm going to be YouTubing that.
A YouTube maybe.
You got a weak stomach.
Oh, yep, you have to be 18 or older to view this.
Oh,
Okay,
yep.
well, you guys weren't lying.
I'm out. I'm my way out. All right, last thing, everybody give me one tip for blackout mode. I was gonna do this earlier while we were talking about it. One tip to make somebody like Chocolate better. Lydonian, what would you tell Chocolate to make
God.
him better?
Well, he needs to work on his freaking flying. So
what's the best way to fly?
when you're jumping out of the helicopter, point towards the place that you want to land before you leave. Head straight for the ground for like 1 or 2 seconds till you get up to 60 or 70 miles per hour, and then just pull out and glide along until you get to your target.
All right, great. Maldo, what would you tell Chocolate?
Shoot him in the face.
Hey, it doesn't get
Short and to the
better
point.
than that. How about you, Doc?
If somebody's really far away, try to get everybody on the same page before anybody engages and try to get closer, especially if you don't think you can kill them from that far away.
Good. And then my last one is Skulker and Dead Silence at the end of the game. That's how you win games, boys.
Oh, and the sensor dart.
And the sensor dart, I forgot.
Sensor dart, I've
The
used
sensor
that.
dart
That
just
thing
makes me
is
mad
super
because
good.
it dies so quickly, but it is great.
That picks up even if they're not moving too, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
See,
Yeah,
I also just
I-
learned this. I posted in Discord. Everybody go to Discord. It's a great place. We're talking about Blackout now. Woo! If you hover over a gun when you're in the start menu, if you hold down X when you're on the gun, it'll drop the gun and all of the attachments on the ground. So if you're trying to swap weapons,
And attachments
Amazing.
specifically, yes.
It's
Because I
so
was
smart.
wondering if there was a quick way to do that.
and it took me until today at work when I was watching tips and tricks for Blackout videos all day long.
Wait,
when
guys,
he's
be
not playing
careful.
Blackout, he's learning how to get better.
Dude, I'm obsessed.
Be careful when you drop all your attachments in your chocolate because he might steal them.
That's true.
FYI.
Last piece of
I was
advice:
like-
pick your teammates wisely.
Yeah.
Episode 22, Get Wrecked Chocolate.
Guys, if you want to play with like Moose is like just his deep voice, it makes you feel like you're in like an action movie when you're playing with him. It's amazing.
I feel like I am always in a Fast and Furious with Vin Diesel when I'm playing
yeah,
with Moose.
it's amazing. Like he's like, there's someone at 3:45.
I'm just like,
amazing.
Moose, just look at me randomly at one point here when the circle's drawing down and just say, it's about family. And we'll win.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. I was super happy that he had gotten like second place like 14 times, and I was super happy to get his first win with him. It was great. Fun game. Yeah, I'm obsessed as well. I'm
Yeah,
only like
game's
5
legit.
hours behind Risky in gameplay. So.
You're over here being like, Risky, get alive. I need to play some more.
We all have issues, and I didn't have a pregnant wife at home.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I did my chores.
Shots fired.
Chores. Well,
I
hey,
did.
Errands were
I
ran.
built an IKEA shelf.
important stuff.
You be careful. The
nice.
Meg is gonna get you.
Shh, she doesn't listen, and she's not here. All right. So, lastly, Dan Pod, who I played with a bunch, he brought this up. If you want to submit your clips, or not submit them really, but if you want to share them to the Cross Atlantic Gaming Xbox, what is it called? Club, the Xbox Club.
Nailed it.
He was going to post a bunch of our clips there, and I encourage everybody to just throw your clips up in there so we have them all, so we can see what people are doing and watch all the awesome Blackout highlights.
I will say another cool thing, you can save your entire game in this game. That is awesome.
And
that you can go back and view your footage.
The editor's really good too. So
That is
yeah,
cool. That
that's
is really
pretty
cool.
awesome. I can't wait to go back and show you the full clip where I utilize the grappling.
So I can be
hook, 'cause
whelmed
far
instead of
Yes,
underwhelmed?
you can be whelmed instead of
maybe
'Cause
overwhelmed.
You're currently underwhelmed
So
right
whelmed.
now.
yeah. It was pretty. So Arrow Ben was dead, and so he was just watching my footage, and he was going like insane when I like
Just
actually.
screaming.
Yeah, he's like, holy cow.
Now, there's no audio, right, or no chat audio in those.
I would assume
I don't think
not.
so. No.
What do you mean? Oh, probably not.
Like
No,
the
no,
video
no.
would
chat,
just be
yeah.
game sounds, I would assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What if we were in game chat? You think it'll pull any of
I
that?
would still. I would.
Doubt it,
I would be
no.
surprised if they did. Yeah.
if it was going to be somewhere, it would be in game chat, but I still
Yeah.
doubt it.
yeah, that'd be odd.
They were so smart to include that though, because this game is going to market itself with videos people are going to put out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, people are totally gonna put like what is that, red versus blue type stuff.
Oh my
100%,
god.
100%.
Rooster
that's
Teeth,
coming out.
do it.
There is going to be some like fan made lore that is just going to be great, and I can't
It's
wait.
funny in that photo editor. So Dan Pod got us in a sticky situation where he said there was a helicopter by the cargo docks, and we were like, all right, cool. So we have a way out. And then the circle showed up and the helicopter was gone. And we were like, all right, dude. So there was no helicopter. Like, you're full of it. And then we all died trying to outrun the circle. He saved his footage, pulled it up after we had all quit for the night, and he went to that specific moment in time in the free camera, watched a dude swim from the lighthouse up to the cargo docks, get in the
Oh.
helicopter while we were all near it, and fly the helicopter away without any of us
That is
noticing.
awesome.
And
Hey,
he sent me
Wow.
a picture of his view from that like brief second where he looked over and saw the helicopter and was like, see,
That's
told
funny.
you there was a helicopter.
I love how he held on to it that long. He's like, no, look, I was right.
I think he felt pretty
Hey,
bad.
I-
We were all pretty salty that we that we lost
I
because
believe
of
it
that.
about the helicopter though, because like they're quieter than you would think when they take off. Because there was a situation me and Moose and Chocolate was playing where we had a helicopter pretty close to us. We're like, we'll take that and leave, and like literally, 15 seconds later we look back over and it's gone, and I'm like, did somebody just take off in it? I didn't hear anything, and we weren't that far from it. So I mean, I believe it.
It's I can't remember. I think it's Maldo. When I was playing with him, he's like, "Yep, there's some non-friendlies here." Just
Target rich
Anyone
environment.
that's not
Yeah,
us,
like-
pretty much.
yeah, exactly. It's super funny.
It's like Lydonian's like, I would have been more surprised if you said there are friendlies here aside from us.
Bad guys to the left.
There you go.
But the helicopter is surprisingly quiet, and then that like semi truck
It's the
thing
loudest
you can
thing
hear
in
from
the
halfway
world.
Oh
across
God,
the
that
map.
thing is.
Yeah.
Everybody and their brother knows you're coming through that map on that thing when you're just barreling through.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? I think we beat that one to death.
Yeah, awesome game.
It's great. I love it, obviously.
Buy it.
Oh, I forgot to mention also, if you guys are playing Forza and you want a Cross Atlantic Gaming logo on your car, just look up CAG logo, and you'll find a logo to put on your car.
Awesome.
It looks
I
awesome.
saw Chaotic
Cannot
took a
wait.
bunch of pictures with it on his car. I think it was Chaotic. And, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
It looks really good. That color scheme, though. Oof. All right.
Yeah. Don't think I'll be getting to the Battlefield one anytime soon.
No, Lydonian, I need you to take that over right now, please. I'm like trying to do it every other day, like reminding him to where it's not like I'm acting like I'm desperate about it, but I'm kind of desperate.
Oh, wait. Lydonian, you
Maybe when the game comes out, the new game will have a better system,
Lydonian,
hopefully.
do it now.
you need to make us a Call of Duty one.
Do they have
that's
logos?
right.
Yeah, they
there is
do.
an emblem
And theirs
creator
actually
in
has
that.
letters and numbers.
Yeah, no, their
Yeah,
emblem
I'll
creator
do
is
that.
Theirs is
Yeah.
way
miles
better.
ahead of Battlefield. Yeah, oh
Yeah,
my god,
I'll do that.
way
for
better.
Sure.
All right.
Oh, that Battlefield one's so bad.
Okay, we good?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So, next up, we have a clip from Chocolate. And I'm going to roll it now.
Chocolate is back. After listening to Real Gamer Scores podcast, I hear them mock my wins. They do not believe that I hold titles upon titles of gaming championships. Well, now it's your turn. Your whole podcast is being called out. I am bringing Risky and Duck with me to face ZZ Urban Spaceman, Professor Pluto, and Chin Doctor. That's right. It's a podcast war. You versus us. This will be streamed. This will be video edited. This will be one of the greatest events ever. See you on the other side.
So, Doc, did we just get called out there?
What the clops? Yeah, I guess we did.
Well, I guess people better stay tuned to Cross Atlantic Gaming to see what happens next. All right. Thanks, Chocolate, for putting that in there for us.
Thank you, Chocolate.
All right. Next up, we've got some news.
All right. So, anyways, we're going to kind of hit some of these kind of quick and just, I'm going to kind of go through them and you guys kind of tell me what your thoughts, reactions are, just kind of in a quick hit kind of fashion. So, we'll start off
Quick
here.
hits are back.
Quick hits are back. Maybe for good. We'll see. Stardew Valley. You guys interested to play that anywhere and everywhere aside from the Switch? Aside from that, on your phone. How does that sound, guys? Stardew Valley Mobile.
October 24th, iOS $7.99. Count me in.
Oh, yeah, I
need
guess
to
that's
get-
for Android soon.
I've
Sorry,
not
Android
jumped into
users.
this game yet, just because I know I'd get hooked.
It's so good.
Did
Oh,
they
it's so
ever
good.
announce a multiplayer for this game?
They are working on it right now. I think it's going to hit the Switch first. I don't know if they've given a date, though.
I bet you it'll be cross-platform for everyone but a certain console.
No, they're over that.
Hey, they're beta testing that,
Hey,
Lydonian. They're
one
working
of-
on it.
One of my coworkers told me, in legit, non-kidding, 100% seriousness, didn't Sony invent crossplay?
Oh, boy.
They're beta testing it.
Oh,
Wow, they must really have the mind share if that's cooking in. Dang.
All right,
He's
next
a
quick hit.
casual gamer.
Quick hits.
Technical director at Rockstar joins the initiative, which this is the Xbox formed studio, not one of the ones that they purchased. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Somebody from the makers of GTA and Red Dead Redemption is joining a Xbox-made studio.
Quality people joining our studios. Good news.
I like
Yeah,
stories.
that's awesome. Let's hope
like stories. Who said that?
actually. Let's hope it actually is someone good and not just like someone who is like an assistant.
The
or something.
best technical director.
Well, I was about to say technical director. I would assume that's probably a pretty high position.
I don't know. I
though.
feel
don't
like
know how these
companies
things
just
work.
have a bunch of different made-up names for different roles that
probably
sound very important.
One step above like assistant producer.
Assistant
Risky
coffee
always
getter.
says he's the head of the podcast tonight. He gave me the position of super awesome person, and I always felt like that was kind
The
of
man.
made up. But
Quick news.
Quick hits.
Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, the HD remake that was on 360 is now backwards compatible. You guys can play Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. And actually,
Yes.
it also includes Metal Gear the SNES version and Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake edition as well.
I'll
I'm
still
very
have-
excited for this.
I'll
Some
still
of my
have no
favorite
idea
games.
what the stories are.
Well, hey, you can go back and play them now. Maybe you can kind of, watch
Dude,
some YouTube
Metal Gear
videos,
Solid
figure
2,
it out.
awesome. Definitely.
The only
play
one
it.
I ever played was 5, and I won't go back.
Refuse.
These
Will
ones
not.
are way better. It's an actual linear story.
I mean, linear is not. It's not really linear. It's all sorts of crazy.
Quick hits.
Well,
Clops,
Quick
am I
hits.
right? Halo Infinite won't be at XO18, confirmed via 343 community member. So maybe next E3, but definitely not at XO18 in November in Mexico City. So a little disappointing. What do you guys think?
Too many other games.
I
Could
was
care less.
not expecting. Yeah, I was
Care less.
expecting it to
I
be
think
there.
it's gonna
so
be-
no worries.
A launch title for the next Xbox.
Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Quick hits.
Red Dead Redemption 2 main story is only 65 hours long.
So short.
Wow.
65 hours for
That-
the
and
normal
they-
person, 200 hours for
they,
us.
They clarify this is if you beeline the main story and do not do side
300
quests.
hours for us.
My God.
how I
Red
play
Dead
my
Redemption
games.
2 took me
When they
like
clarified that, I'm just
30
like,
hours and I did no side quests.
exactly.
I need to finish that.
exactly.
Do you think I have time?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
got time. Yeah.
It might be a mild spoiler, but it's an old game. I killed the general. How
Ask
far do I have?
Lydonian. He just played
Wait.
it.
Oh, in Mexico you did?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
pretty
you're
far.
only halfway through, buddy.
What?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you continue to beeline the main story,
yeah,
you're
you
probably
still
only
have
like
you still have two. You still have like half the game left. If you're still in Mexico, yeah.
Get
you
to
got
it.
half the
Oh,
game.
clops.
get to it.
Quick hits.
Quick hits.
Okay.
Uber Eats free Call of Duty copy with COD offer. Wow.
No.
Read how it's
The
written.
first
Uber
COD
Eats
is a fish.
I saw what you tried to do there. Uber Eats free COD with COD offer leaves bad taste in consumers' mouth. On This Week in the News.
Yeah, so basically, some restaurant in the UK offered like a free copy of Call of Duty when you bought like an $8 meal, and as soon as people tried to do it, they were already sold out. They only had like 40 copies or some crap like that.
Somebody really thought that one through.
Yeah, so people were really pissed.
They probably sold a ton of COD that day.
And the Uber Eats restaurant, or what, I don't like the ratings on that restaurant went way down.
Oh no.
Quick hits.
Quick hits done.
We did it. Look
Yeah,
at that.
I like
We
that
just
segment
covered.
because we can just interrupt Doc. It's great.
We just covered 6 news stories in 3 minutes.
Quick hits.
So now we can talk about some real news stories, like Microsoft announcing their new streaming project, Project xCloud. This was what they originally teased at E3, if you guys remember back to that. They want us to be able to play games wherever. They want us to be able to stream them to our phones, our tablets, to our computers. And they released a YouTube video this past week announcing the project, not giving a lot of details. The public trials for this actually aren't going to go out until 2019, but they're obviously testing it internally right now. A lot of this is made possible because of Microsoft's Azure servers. Microsoft obviously is more than just a gaming company, so these servers are something that they use for, whatever you need big servers for, with lots of clouds, I'm assuming, or something, right?
Clouds.
Yeah, apparently, I mean, I didn't really know too much about this until they announced it, but apparently, like, the Azure servers or whatever are, like, some of the fastest ones on the planet.
That's so. It
It's-
says they have 54 data centers. They're across the world, obviously. That give service to 140 countries. So you're looking at this thing being global, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a better version of what Google's also trying to do.
Well,
It's like Lydonian was saying with like the Azure servers, though. It seems like if there is a company in a position to make this possible, it would be them with their server infrastructure.
it's so perfect. It all lines up,
Yeah.
really. It is kind of funny that this news comes out a week after Google's like, "Hey, Project Stream's the thing," and then Microsoft's like, "Hey, well, Project X Cloud is also a thing, so we're all just gonna stream." What really just cracks me up is that this was Microsoft's whole like thing, or like part of their whole thing for when they announced the Xbox One and all the backlash it got originally, and now they're being praised, at least by most, I would assume, on this. This is just more options for people. I don't really understand how you could be
Totally.
against the whole stream your video games wherever so you can play them wherever.
Yeah, I mean, if Sony doesn't do something like this, I would be very surprised.
That'll be next week.
I don't know if know
Yeah.
if they can though, because like you think of like Google, Xbox, they have cloud infrastructure. I don't think Sony does.
They're
And
they're gonna pay
I mean, it
Microsoft.
would be tough, but
I mean, yeah, are they
going
going to rent Azure
Microsoft,
servers?
PlayStation Now, it's terrible, the streaming.
It's
Well,
not
that's why
good,
they
and
just
it's
made
still
it
not to this
so you
day.
can download everything because of how bad the
But that-
streaming was.
That's
I mean, they
only a
basically-
handful of titles.
Oh, right, still, but that was copying Game Pass as well.
See, that's the
so-
thing. Yeah, they've copied Game Pass with like, hey, you can download them now, but they still have to catch up with the, if Sony's first party titles hit that day one, even if it didn't work great, I would probably subscribe.
Yeah, for sure.
And
But
if it'll recognize your new name,
yeah, I don't want to talk about that, Maldo.
that
okay,
quick
so
hit.
it looks like the Azure service is kind of like kind of like what they want to do with gaming, but like someone in Africa can essentially log on with a slow internet connection
Well, yeah,
and have like a great computer to work on.
what they're saying is 10 megabytes per second, which is already 15 lower than what Google's looking for with their streaming.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And they've also done tests internally so far on 4G networks too. So they have this running off like people using cell phone data.
if that's actually viable, that's wild and awesome. If that's actually
Well,
legit,
and they're talking about how they're also getting this ready for 5G once it comes out for mobile data. So
Yeah, Risky, when will 5G be available?
I can't give away that insider information at this time.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Maldo, when will it
So-
be available? Does the Ohio National Guard know?
When you say you
Military
can't give
secrets.
this information away at this time, does that mean you can give out that information early 2019?
Maybe.
Or
We'll talk about it then.
okay.
We'll revisit
Okay.
this. Another cool thing that I got out of this, Clops, was that they're going to have touch controls for like phones and tablets and whatnot. So
Smart.
so you don't always need a Bluetooth controller or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, because obviously that's not the ideal way to play. But hey, if I'm in an airport and like I don't have an Xbox One controller with me right now, but I can still hop on and play something just with the ability to play, that's still great. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, I
So-
think this is going to be great for, at least right off the bat, it will be great for single player stuff. I'm still not going to touch any competitive multiplayer anything with a
Oh, no,
streaming
no,
service.
Like, truthfully, though, this will be great when I'm traveling for work and stuff. If I could just log on to any computer and play whatever I want.
Totally.
Yeah, and
And also, you say that risky, but like you are itching right now while doing this podcast to be playing Call of Duty Blackout. If you were, let's say, not at home, but you had a phone and controller,
yeah,
you're telling me you wouldn't log on and play Blackout?
maybe. Yeah, definitely.
This is one step closer to Ready Player One.
Yeah, exactly. Which is
Totally.
exactly what we all need.
We need our haptic suits.
I'm down.
I think the other big thing about this too is the fact that the big selling point for Microsoft to developers are that they have to do no work to make this happen. And so literally you could have Microsoft, like Phil Spencer, go to a developer and be like, hey, with our streaming service, we went from exposing ourselves to 30 million potential customers to 200 million customers that have cell phones that play video games around the world. and you don't have to do anything extra as long as you develop a game for the Xbox.
Yeah.
To get those
It's great.
customers. I mean, that's huge. Yeah.
So what's kind of intimidates me about something like this being developed is that it kind of cuts out the middleman. And what if, Ubisoft makes their own streaming service and EA, they have their streaming service that they're developing, and we have to pay subscriptions to each of these to access those games?
I think that's already happening. I think the difference will be with the streaming services, the better ones will rise to the top. Is the difference.
I don't think a streaming service like kind of like we mentioned with Sony. I don't think like EA has the potential to do anything.
Yeah.
Other than what's just on the Xbox. This would just be accessing your Xbox remotely.
Right. It's essentially how you can play through the Xbox app now, like if you're on your computer or a tablet. It's kind of
But just anywhere.
But
like
not
Nintendo
tied
allows
to
you use your
Wi-Fi
Xbox
or
anywhere.
Exactly. And like I was saying before, EA would still be in the same beneficial position of any developer because, they still look at this as like, oh, wow, I'm already making games for Xbox. Now Xbox's customer database just went up 200 million people that can now buy EA games on their Xbox that they can play.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's definitely this is what the future is going to be. We're going to have Netflix video games. That's someday that's where we're going to be.
If it keeps going like Game Pass, I'm all for it. Saving me money, really.
That's
at
the
the
thing
end of
when
the
you brought up like EA doing their own thing. It's like, well, if I'm saving money in the end, all right, $5 a month to EA, $5 a month to all these people, and then I just don't have to pay $60 for a game.
We'll
again.
have more money for microtransactions.
Perfect.
Yes. Speaking
Whiskey's
of
favorite thing to
Our
spend money on.
dystopia is upon us.
Fallout 76, they're Michael transactions.
Michael
Yeah.
transactions.
Michael trans-
He comes in
Michael
every time.
He comes in every now and then. They put out their plan. They're using something called Atoms, which Bethesda's boss, Pete Hines, he tells Major Nelson, says, these atoms can be spent on things like new outfits and skins. And you can earn these atoms in the game by completing tasks. Or you can just buy them with outright real money. They haven't put out any specifics exactly. I'm totally okay with cosmetic microtransactions.
Heck
What do you
yeah.
guys feel?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm same way.
100% agree. Yeah.
If it's just cosmetic stuff, let people spend whatever money they want to make their character look however.
Yeah, if
thing
you
with-
want to be tie-dye and it's going to cost you $2, more power to you.
But if you can
Totally.
spend $10 and get some nuke launch codes, then that breaks the game, and I don't agree with that at all.
That does sound like the best value.
That
Yeah,
10 nuke
I have
codes
full-
for $99.99.
if there's one company that I have and like game series that I have faith that they will not mess up is Fallout. Like,
That's true, actually. Yeah, I trust Bethesda more than like say a EA or something.
Oh,
like
you
that,
trust
so-
Bethesda more than EA, you say? What a bold statement, Doc. Sorry.
I thought you were
Oh,
going
I thought you were
somewhere
going
with
somewhere
that.
with that.
Yeah.
Nope, that wasn't a
Nope.
weird transition.
There's a lot of
Okay.
emphasis.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Quick hits.
Quick hits.
So, speaking of Microsoft, again, they are. Well, I say they are. There is a lot more substantiated rumors coming out now. We talked about this around E3 when they announced all their studio acquisitions. They also, around that same time, there was rumors floating around, and Jason Schreier Kotaku back then had said that that they had sources saying that Microsoft was also looking to acquire Obsidian developer. Nothing ever really got announced after E3. No more news came out about that. But this past week, per Kotaku, also Jason Schreier, they are reporting that Microsoft is finalizing a deal to acquire the independent development studio Obsidian Entertainment, according to 3 people briefed on the negotiations. Quoted saying, "We don't know if the ink is on paper yet, and plenty of major acquisition deals have fallen apart in the final hours, but those close to the companies believe that it is all but done." Quoting one person with knowledge of the deal, they told Kotaku that they heard it was 90% finished and said it wasn't a matter of when, it is a matter of when, not if. So a lot of people close to the situation are saying that this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when they announce it. Obsidian is known for making games. Recently, Pillars of Eternity on PC and Xbox. I think actually all consoles except Switch. They did KOTOR 2. They did Fallout New Vegas. They have a pretty
KOTOR
good-
2 was BioWare.
I think it was actually developed by Obsidian, though.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Also, question for you guys: why does every news story go through Jason Schreier?
Jason
Like,
Schreier is the
is there
only.
is he the only person at Kotaku?
I think he knows everybody on Earth so I don't know.
He's one of the
I
last
don't-
like real games journalists. I think that's why everything's tied to him, because he's one of the only people going out making phone calls, and he's the only person that has a bunch of
It seems like
contacts
it.
on the inside and stuff.
Because it's like everything, every big news.
Just follow
story
him
is
on Twitter,
broken by that
and you'll
guy.
never need to
seriously.
look up gaming news
He's
again.
one of the few people I have alerts on Twitter on, just because I know anything he tweets is going to be relevant to like video game news. So
It's outrageous.
And any like rumor stuff he puts out just seems to just come true.
Oh,
legit.
So,
yeah, oh, it does. He's like 100%. It's just nuts. Is there no one else working at Kotaku that people want to talk to?
I just assume he is Kotaku
He-
at this point.
he
And it's
is.
just- we forget. We just talked about Fallout 76. He was the one that broke that news as well, Fallout 76, and what
Yep.
that was like weeks before it came out. So yeah. But back
I
to
wish
this
I was
though.
Jason Schreier.
No, you don't. And
Anyways.
he didn't play 30 hours of Blackout.
Oh, I bet you he did. Maybe.
No, I think he's real going.
Odyssey?
Every tweet he's been doing now is about
Yep.
Odyssey. Yeah, he's really going on about that. So, so what do you guys think about this as far as another studio acquisition? This is a team that is known mainly for big, expansive RPGs.
But I mean, all these games you listed are kind of old.
Well, Pillars of Eternity came out fairly soon, and they actually just released Pillars of Eternity 2, and that got, I think, the Metacritic ratings in the high 80s. So it seems like they did pretty good with that. It's more of a CRPG, I guess you would call it, but people seem to like that a lot.
The more studios, the better.
Fallout New Vegas is the best Fallout, so I'm down with it.
That was a really good Fallout, by
Yep.
the way, Fallout New
Sticking
Vegas.
by it. Fight me.
I like Fallout 4 better.
Do you?
but
They're both really
Nah,
good,
that-
but I think I like the
Fallout 4 is
setting
good,
of
but-
New Vegas. Just, I don't know.
It's too. I mean, both of them are really bland. The Fallout world. That's why I'm looking forward to 76 because it's supposed to be greener and not like so like depressing.
I may or may not have already played 76, but judging by the fact that people are getting their accounts banned for releasing
NDA,
information about
NDA.
it, I will not say anything else about it.
Acknowledging that there's an NDA.
It's breaking
breaks
NDA.
the NDA.
Edit it out
no.
post.
Oh no! Well, I will not be seeing you guys on Xbox Live until January
All
1st.
right.
But that's it for that. Though.
All right.
Okay.
I'd say last thing I'll say about that is they will probably announce it at XO18 if I had to take a guess. And that's it.
Is that what the NDA said?
No, I'm just talking about Obsidian. Also, the NDA said that my account's banned. I just checked, so great.
Oh, great. Awesome. All right. New games for the week. Let's see. We'll do this kind of like quick hits. If you guys have anything to say about them, feel free to talk. Lego DC Supervillains, October 16th, all platforms. Typical Lego game, just with villains, not heroes. Looks decent, I guess. Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Toys to life. Woo!
That's on Xbox,
What?
PS4, and Switch.
Get your Star
I
Fox
knew nothing
ship.
about this game.
Isn't that Starlink's the one with the ships and
Wait.
Oh yeah.
That's the one with Star Fox and it's on
Star Fox
Xbox
is
and
I'm pretty
PS4?
sure, right?
Yeah.
What?
Or
Okay.
it might have been a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, I think that's no,
Switch
just the
exclusive.
The
Star
Star Fox is Switch exclusive.
yeah,
the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2,
Yeah, buddy.
October 16th, all platforms.
That first one was so much fun. I'll probably buy this one and
Is
not
it?
play it too.
It'll probably come to
Already
Game Pass
pre-ordered.
in like 2
All right,
months.
fine. I'll leave it alone.
Warriors Orochi 4, October 16th, all
Heck
platforms.
yes. Sorry.
That seems right up your alley, Doc.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're being serious about that.
I'm not.
Okay.
You're the
I mean,
worst.
he does like adding games to his library, so
I do. If it was a 360 back pad, it would already be there. Trust me.
Dark Souls Remastered, October 19th for the Switch. And then Dark Souls Trilogy, October 19th for Xbox and PS4.
Is that just all three games
All
with
three of the
all
games.
Actually, I was going to
content,
ask about
probably?
that. Is it actually
Correct.
remastered, or I guess not? Okay.
No, it's not remastered. I think it's just all three
That's
games.
a big package.
I think the
Yeah.
ones for the 360 are probably remastered, but I'm not sure, nor am I going to look into it. If you're interested, look it up. Quick hits.
You're welcome.
Soul Calibur 6, October 19th.
For fighting fans, that's probably actually a
Xbox, PS4, and PC.
big deal.
Geralt of
yeah.
Rivia is on the cover.
Is he actually on the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the
What?
cover.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I knew he was in it. I didn't think he would take center stage, but of course he's going to.
Yeah.
It's Geralt.
Yeah, that's a pretty big ad.
Guy's a Banff.
All right. Games coming to EA Access Vault. We now have Burnout, Fight Night, and FIFA 18. Woo! Everyone's going to want to play FIFA 18 a year after FIFA 19 comes
Now you
out.
can play I was going to call it the long shot. It's called the journey. Now I can play the single player FIFA 18 thing since I played the first one. Perfect.
The Vault is the only reason I play any sort of FIFA or Madden game.
Yeah, it's best to wait.
Yeah.
And then available tomorrow, Army of Two, which I think I played for all of 5 minutes back in the day and was extremely disappointed.
Wasn't that a Games of Gold a little while ago?
Yeah. It was a Games
yeah.
of Gold.
All right, so underwhelming EA Access Vault editions, apparently. Everybody seems...
Unless you want to play the original Burnout, which was good.
But you got Forza now.
Yep. Yeah, it's
Completely different, but also the same.
Quick hit.
Quick hits. All right, we have one last segment from the Chocolate Bear. He's going to tell you all about a new contest we've got going on. So take it away, Chocolate.
RIP, name the phrase. Our new competition is Snapshot Contest. This is easy. All you've got to do is join the Cross Atlantic Gaming Club on Xbox Live. Send us your awesome, average, funniest clips or screenshots, and then we'll decide who the winner is, and we'll send them 1 month's worth of Game Pass. That's right, 1 month of Game Pass.
All right, Chocolate, so thanks for the info on that. But that's it. That's the show. Next, we're just going to plug it up. If you want to keep up with all of us on a day-to-day basis and join in on the conversation, come hang out on Discord with us. We're all there, and we'd love you to be there, too. Discord is definitely the best place to follow all things Cross-Atlantic Gaming, and links for the Discord are in the show notes. If you'd like to support the show with your hard-earned money, head on over to patreon.com /CAG podcast. If you want to follow us on the social media, we're on Twitter and Instagram @CAG podcast. If you have any questions, we have a mailbag episode coming up pretty soon here in an episode or two. Does anyone here remember? It's got to be the end.
I think it's in 2 episodes.
Yeah, so not next episode, but the episode after that. So you still have 2 more weeks to get in your questions for our mailbag episode. You can send in questions to cagpodcast@gmail.com or DM us in Discord, DM us on Twitter, wherever you can get us questions.
Also, too, on the email mailbag episode, whichever one we do vote the best does win a prize, too. So.
And there's that. More ways to win all sorts of fun stuff. Giveaways, not raffles, giveaways. Clops
everywhere.
And then we also have a merch store. The link for the merch store is in the show notes. You can use promo code CAG10 for 10% off your order. Go get yourself a sweet mug or a hoodie or something sweet. Awesome. Great.
Clops coming soon. We've not finalized it yet, but they'll be there.
Clops coming
eventually.
soon.
Working on the design for that now.
Yep.
Nailed it. All right. If you want to reach out to me, I am at Risky the Kid everywhere. How about you, Lydonian?
I am Lydonian everywhere that matters, except for on Xbox. I'm Lydonian with a 0.
Everywhere that matters except Xbox.
Any Xbox friends?
The place that matters the most.
Just ask me in
There
Discord.
you go. Maldo, how about you?
Maldo space Rob on Xbox and Maldo_Rob on PSN.
And Doc.
Doc H1X1 everywhere, including PSN, which I will continue to point that out because they forced me to make a new one and then told me I could change it after I'd made a new one. So screw
Thanks, Sony.
Also, guys, I expect Doc to stream this week because he hasn't in many days,
Yeah.
and it's very
Yeah.
disappointing.
My Switch ID is 137.
All right, and with that,
Whoa,
thanks for
whoa,
tuning
whoa,
into
whoa,
this
whoa.
week's episode of Cross Atlantic Gaming. We'll catch you guys next week for an all-new episode. Goodbye.
See ya.
I thought we chose to not have chocolate so we could do this earlier.
It's only 1:30 in the morning.
I think that was the original.
Also, who wrote
Oh, God,
all
is it?
new penis in my closing notes?
What? See, I
Oh,
print
that's
them
what
out.
a clop is. Now
Oh, the
that
clop's
makes
the
sense.
penis.
Okay.